It's a new year, but the same old Manchester United. If it's not Andre Onana wanting to play 2 games in the space of 24 hours, then it is Eric Ten Hag wanting more influence in the signings, even though his odd signings have been kind of sus. And if it's not Eric Ten Hag wanting more influence in the signings, then it is Jadon Sancho on a loan move back to Borussia Dortmund. That's the club that we chased for a long period of time for Jadon Sancho signing. Welcome to the year 2024. So hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Football with Priscilla. I am Priscilla, obviously. So hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and ladies and gentlemen, Happy New Year and welcome to 2024. So ladies and gentlemen, today I just want us to talk about 3 important stories that have come out with regards to Manchester United, because they're very interesting, that being Eric Ten Hag, Andre Onana, as well as Jadon Sancho. But before we get into the video for today, make sure you share, like, and subscribe. Make sure you share, like, and subscribe, and do turn your notifications on, ladies and gentlemen, to know when next I post a video. Now listen, I was thinking, you know what, let me not make a Manchester United video, okay, because I'm busy preparing for the Africa Cup, which I can't wait to cover the Africa Cup. Like, I am so happy because not only is it because it's an Africa Cup, hello, it's home, but because my home country, Zambia, qualified for the Africa Cup this year, and they are going to be playing in the tournament. So I'm so excited, and I'm doing all my research in readiness for the Africa Cup. Talking about the Africa Cup, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about Andre Onana. Now listen, Andre Onana is a Cameroonian player, okay? He's from Cameroon, but he currently plays for Manchester United. Obviously, that's obvious news. Everybody knows that, right? Now, the Africa Cup of Nations is starting on the 13th, and I'm pretty sure a lot of African players have been called back from their clubs. I'm pretty sure the likes of Onana and, you know, every other African player is coming back. Okay, so you would be expecting Andre Onana to also come back. But no, ladies and gentlemen, Andre Onana doesn't want to come back just yet. He said he wants to play the Manchester United game versus Wigan, as well as the Manchester United game versus Tottenham. Because apparently, rumor has it, he's doing that because he doesn't want to lose his place to Bindia. I hope I'm pronouncing that name correctly. Yes, which is the second choice goalkeeper for Manchester United. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about it. First of all, imagine you're a Cameroonian, right? And then your player who has been selected to represent your country says, I don't want to come a little too soon. I'm going to come a little bit later because, yes, because I have country duty, I also have club duty, and I don't want to lose my place. So let me just try my best at the club level, and then I'll come. Now, a lot of people are sitting on the fence with this issue because others are like, dude, where is your loyalty? You are Cameroonian after all. Your loyalty should be with Cameroon. Like, that should be your first priority. In what world is Lionel Messi going to be like, listen, let's assume he's still at Barcelona, okay? Listen, Argentina, I'm not going to come just yet. I need to play games for Barcelona. In what world? Anyway, he wouldn't even be faced with that dilemma because at least the Copa America, the Euros are always played when there's like a break and there's no games being played. But for some reason, yes, the Africa Cup is being played at the same time with these major leagues, right? With the Premier League still open, Bundesliga, La Liga, but the Africa Cup should be played. I mean, ridiculous. But hey, that's beside the point. So a lot of people have been saying, like, where is his sense of loyalty? And I know a lot of people are just like, dude, choose. Are you going to go for the Africa Cup or are you going to stay with Manchester United? Like, you have to choose. And I do understand people who are being frustrated with the fact that, like, he's showing more loyalty to his club than his country. Imagine if Onana goes like, oh, well, I want to play for Leicester, so I'm going to take my time, even though my teammates have come from all over the world to come and represent Zambia, but I'm not going to come just anytime. I'm going to come after some time. I know for a fact I'm going to feel some type of way. I know for a fact my countrymen, okay, I'm going to feel some type of way. They'll be flooding Twitter and they'll be like, what? Like, seriously? So I do get where people are coming from. And I also do get where Onana is coming from. I mean, he doesn't want to lose his position. But you're saying, Onana, dude, if you are that good, then you shouldn't be worried that Brindia, I don't know how to pronounce his name, is going to come in and get your position. If you are confident that you have been playing that well for Manchester United, should you be afraid that your position is going to be taken? No. So maybe, just maybe, Onana is not confident in his past performances, and maybe with these past 2 games, he's gonna save everything and anything so that y'all don't forget his name. So that even if he's is playing in Cameroon for the Africa Cup, y'all will still remember, yes, we have this second choice goalkeeper, but we still have the great Onana. Manchester United have a game versus Tottenham on the 14th, and he has a game versus Guinea on the 15th. So the guy is like, hell no, I'm gonna play the game versus Tottenham on the 14th, and then all the way from England, I'm gonna fly to, where is the Africa Cup being held? I don't know, I forgot it. Yes, and then I'm gonna fly. Is it in Cote d'Ivoire? I don't know. Anyway, and then I'm gonna fly back to Africa, and then I'm gonna join my teammate, and it's gonna be okay because I'm Andre Onana and I'm playing for Manchester United. I'm assuming. So it's really crazy to think that he wants to juggle 2 matches within the space of 24 hours. Now, if you're the Cameroonian coach, would you honestly put him as your first choice? I know I wouldn't. Because, like, bruh, you haven't been training with the team. How are you just going to come and impose yourself and think you're going to be chosen to be the first starter? Like, that wouldn't be fair on the goalkeepers that are currently camping right now. So, it's crazy, ladies and gentlemen. But do comment down in the comment section. What do you guys think about this Onana issue? Do you think he's being fair and just to his countrymen? Do you think he has a point to stay and want to fight for his position at Manchester United? Do comment down in the comment section your thoughts. Ladies and gentlemen, the other story that I want us to talk about is Erik ten Hag's influence on Manchester United signings. Now, it was reported by Rob Dawson, ESPN, quote, Erik ten Hag wants to retain his influence in Manchester United's recruitment decision once Sir Jim Ratcliffe's minority investment in the club has ratified. He has held a veto in all transfers in his contract since arriving in 2022. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we can all see and as we can all read, Erik ten Hag wants to have influence on the signings that come to Manchester United. Now, this was very interesting, seeing people's arguments on Twitter, which I found very interesting because you could understand where they're coming from. Now, let's run through some of Erik ten Hag's signings, right? There's been Vergost, there has been Amrabat, there has been Regulon. Granted, these are not signings, but they are loanees, right? Then there's Mason Mount, there's Anthony, etc. So when people look at the transfers, how many can we say were good transfers in the Erik ten Hag era? Now, I know there's an argument that can be made to say, oh, Erik ten Hag wanted these other players, but they gave him this. So it's kind of not really Erik ten Hag's fault. There is that argument. But again, the coach does say, yes, I want this guy. You're telling me that out of all the signings that Manchester United have gotten, there has been no signing that Erik ten Hag specifically said he wanted? Obviously, we're very much aware of Anthony and Martinez, that these ones he really did want. Now, Anthony, I know a lot of people have had it with him, right? So it's Martinez, which we know he wanted. There's Anthony, which we know he wanted. So there's an argument to be made about both. I know people like Martinez and they think he's a good signing, but for Anthony, it's a story for another day because a lot of people kind of have had it with Anthony. So what do you guys think? Do you think Erik ten Hag should have influence on the signings, or are you guys being like, okay, we've seen the signings that you brought and we don't really trust you in the recruitment side? Now, this is my take on this whole issue. Listen, he's the coach. He understands the system he wants to play. Therefore, I'm sure he will look around to see which players best suit his system. Now, it's not every time that you, ladies and gentlemen, and I, ladies and gentlemen, will do something and it ends out being well. Maybe sometimes he can shoot a shot and it ends up not going right. Sometimes he can buy a Hoyland and we're like, you know. So I feel like it's okay that he can have influence. Granted, he's not the sole person who has the influence. He's the last stamp and says, I want this guy and I don't want this guy. But I'm saying it's only logical that a coach, I think for me, has influence on who is recruited. He understands the way he wants to play. If he wants technical players and he knows he wants to play maybe technical football, right? He's the one who should say, I want this person. I think this player can fit in my system. If he wants a counter-attack type of playing style, then he will say, listen, I want this player because he's got pace and he will work best for counters. So I honestly think, yes, I understand where people are coming from, but I do get why he would want to also be a part of the the process of getting new signings. Like, I do get where he's coming from, but I also do get people's arguments. I mean, from what we have seen, he's not so good with his signings. I mean, people are arguing, so to speak. So for me, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, I do get where Eric Ten Hag's coming from, and I do understand why he wants to have influence, but I don't think he should be the last man standing and say, I don't want this guy, I want this guy. I think it's okay if other people also have other people. By that I mean a good recruitment team can also like put in their names and say, yes, we get that you want this guy, but there are also these other guys. You get that? That's what I think. Anyway, so you guys do comment down in the comment section, what do you think? Do you agree that Eric Ten Hag should have influence with regard to the recruitment, or you're saying, you know what, there's a recruitment team, leave it to the recruitment team, tell them the vision that you have and let them bring the players to you? Comment down in the comment section. I would love to hear your comments. Ladies and gentlemen, the other topic I want us to talk about, and last but not least, Jadon Sancho finally appears in one of my videos. Now, as of last year, I stopped talking about Jadon Sancho because I gave my take on that Sancho issue. If you've got a boss and you are employed and you disrespect the boss, do not be surprised what the consequences will be. Everybody knows that. At every job, every level, you know, you disrespect your boss, you're gonna get punished, right? That was my take. And so I understand people who say, oh no, Eric Ten Hag was wrong, he threw Sancho under the bus. And I understand people who are like, no, but you have to respect your coach, he is your boss. And I think Jadon Sancho, listen, I think this is a good thing for both sides. Let him go back to Borussia Dortmund, right? Which other club did you hear wanted to get Sancho? I'm sure other big clubs were like, we don't have time for this kind of attitude. So listen, it's a win-win, okay? That's my take. I think, ladies and gentlemen, for me, it's a win-win for Manchester United. Let him go to Borussia Dortmund, who seem like they want him and seem like they're used to his attitude. And let Manchester United stay. And listen, come summer, if they want to buy him, listen, Manchester United, give him away, okay? Sell him. If Borussia Dortmund come in the summer and they say they want to buy Jadon Sancho, sell him. I wouldn't have a problem with that because, come on, how long has it been? It's in the new year and the guy is just failing to say sorry. So ladies and gentlemen, do comment down in the comment section what you think about this Jadon Sancho issue. Do you think it's a win-win, the fact that Borussia Dortmund wants him? Or do you think, listen, Manchester United should have done their best to get him back to playing football and not allowing him to go out on loan? It's just so frustrating that the fact that a sorry has taken him this long. Oh my gosh. So ladies and gentlemen, that's what I had for you guys today. I just wanted us to talk about Manchester United. It's always Manchester United. There's always something interesting with regards to Manchester United. So yeah, do comment down, ladies and gentlemen, in the comment section your thoughts about all these three topics that are trending about Manchester United. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, the Africa Cup will be starting on the 13th of January and I am so excited to cover it. Listen, tune in to this channel and we're going to discuss everything that has to do with the Africa Cup. So that's what I had for you guys today. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Make sure you share, like, and subscribe. Make sure you share, like, and subscribe, and do turn your notifications on, ladies and gentlemen, to know when next I post a video.